All right, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining tonight. I know the thumbnail didn't say I was going to have any special guests, but I reached out to a couple of guys. Everybody knows who they are. No introduction needed here. So tonight, I know Jason and I are going to be. I know we have the same flight. Brent's got something different that his wife actually poured for him, so he literally has no idea what he's tasting. So you're going to get a couple of different flights tonight. Jason and I, like I said before, we've got the same five. So just to kind of run over what we've got, I'll kind of go over that real quick, and then we'll say hi to everybody in the chat. So now we know obviously what all of them are. These have been all like rearranged. My wife came down and moved everything around, so I've got no idea what order they are. I know what the bourbons are, but outside of that, that's it. So first we got the Old Forester Signature 100, the Smoke Wagon, which I don't know if a lot of people have it yet, but I think it's starting to get out a little bit more. So that's their small batch 100 proof, the old tried and true Evan Williams white label, the Henry McKenna, and the Knob Creek 12 year. So I just kind of threw it together a little bit. I mean, I thought it was going to be a good lineup to kind of go through. So I think it'll be interesting just based on some of the ages, but most of these have some okay age to them. So nothing should totally stick out, I don't think, very much. But anyway, we'll see. I think it'll be a good time. So Jason's already cheating, I see. So he's already getting a head start. But
yeah, I'm getting a head start here.
Yeah. All right. Let me go back real quick. We had three gamers. So I'll see what who we had in here for first. So first we had good old Will Henderson. He started it out with the pregame. Jason Brown, how's it going, buddy? We had let's see, Jacob McDonald, and then a newer channel. I think Any Drink Goes. You can check those guys out. Ryan Tarpey, how's it going, buddy? The Wrench himself, Trev Wilson's in here. Whiskey Tornado.
The Wrench.
Who else we have? That's a lot of pregame right there. Brian Griffiths. Where else do we have? That was a lot right there. 500 Pizzas. How's it going, buddy?
Pizzas.
Not $4.99. That's 500. Sam Clark. How's it going? Tim Porter. Again, JC there. The Brazer, Joseph Brazo. Thanks, buddy, for jumping in.
Brazzers.
The Brazer. Zeb Taylor, how's it going, bud? Thanks for jumping in. Appreciate it. Frank Pittman and Vanessa Kitty bringing up the rear. So, all right. Thanks for joining tonight, guys. I think it'll be fun. So I will go through. We'll go through, take some notes. Just like a typical blind. Oh, here we go. We got another joiner. He's in here pretty early.
Hey,
one half of the bourbon buddy. So I was just going over. So like I was saying before, Neil and Brent, they've got a little slight different blind. So you'll get a little different perspective from them. And then myself and Jason, we've got the identical stuff. So it'll be fun. You guys are going to get a little dose of a lot of different things. So, Neil, thanks for jumping in. I appreciate it.
Oh, Scott, appreciate you having me. What's up, Brent? What's up there?
What's up, Neil?
Next to me. What's going on, dude?
How you doing, buddies?
I do have to say that I did enjoy you guys leading off your video the other day with a big, large cock, something that you're not very familiar with. So,
no, I've never heard that actually in my life. So.
All right, jokes. All jokes aside, the seriousness is about ready to begin. So nobody have any fun tonight. We're not. This is not a fun stream. This is dead serious stuff. So
nobody have fun.
Nobody have fun. This is a no fun stream tonight. So
we're gonna suffer.
And then also, if anybody in the chat is doing any of the blind along with us, let us know if you've got it. There was one other person in there. I forget who it was who said they were doing it, but I don't know. If you are doing it, let us know. So, all right. So we'll rank them. We'll basically go through, take a few notes. And then as we're all kind of going through, we can describe a little bit about, what we're nosing and tasting and all that. And I think we'll all just at the end, we'll rank our least favorite down to our favorite and see how it all turns out. So Tim Porter's got 4 out of 5. So all right, cool.
Neil, do you have a same flight or you have a different flight?
I have a different flight. So I didn't have the Knob Creek 12 year. So I subbed the new 9 year. And then what else? And then instead of what else did I not have? Oh, geez.
The McKenna?
No, I got the McKenna.
Oh, the Evan Williams white label.
Got that.
Oh, you do?
So the Old Forester signature?
Yes. The Old Forester signature. So I subbed Rebel Yell single barrel 10 year with it.
Okay.
Oh, yep. That's a nice substitution.
Yeah. We'll see how that comes out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's go. So Jason, which way do you want to? How do you guys want to do it? Do you want it so that people looking at it will see basically from our right to left, or how do you want to go in terms of ranking 5 through 1?
I've got to do mine like A through E, and my camera angle is kind of to where you can't see what I've got going on here. But A through E, that's kind of how I'm going to rank mine.
Okay.
And my flight is going to be who knows what, guys. I have no idea what my wife's poured. I told her it had to be bourbon and 100+ proof, and she just started pouring whiskey, and she had a vindictive look on her face when she gave it to me. I have no idea what I've got, but we are kind of going to go through these together, and who knows what's in the glass, guys. I do know that I did tell her the whiskeys that you had going on, Scott, and I do have most of those. I think I might not have the 12 year, but we'll see what's in the glass at the end of the show, I guess.
You truly have a blind. So
yeah, I have no idea. I'm kind of nervous about it, really. I have no idea.
Yeah, so Scott, I figure we'll go from start here and work that way.
All right, so you want to go? So do you want your number 1 here?
Yeah. So it'll be left to right. It'll be left to right on their end.
All right, so I'll start down here then. Is that right, or the other way?
No, the other way.
That's right.
This way.
Yep.
And are you gonna put number 5 in this slot?
I'm just gonna rank them like I'm gonna just call it A through E, but underneath the glasses I have them, labeled.
Yeah. Okay. I've got mine. I've just got mine 1 through 5. So I
can do 1 through 5 too.
No, it doesn't matter. I mean, we'll all know what they are. I mean, at some point we're gonna know what they are. But so okay, then what I'll do is I'll just do, since I start here, I'll call this eventually my slot number 5. Whatever.
Yeah, man. However,
all right.
Whatever helps you get through it.
Yeah. Hey, I told you this is a no fun stream. I'm trying to.
It's serious.
Yeah.
There's the numbers on this side. You guys are the letter. You guys are the letters. We're the numbers.
I know exactly. Man. Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the fuck.
It's it can be awfully tough sometimes. That's for sure. So, man, whatever this one is, this is an awful lot of cherry. My first thought with this one would be the Old Forester 100, but
so did your wife? Did she actually pour it and spread it all around? And
yes, yep. All I did was put the little numbers and stuff on the bottom, and then it was poured by her. She moved all the stuff around, so I have no idea what any of this stuff is, what the order is. All I've got is a little key that she stuck under somewhere here as to what all of them are in terms of how they're numbered and all that. So that's how I'll identify it. So
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
The nose on my first one is the letter A, I guess I would call it, going the same distance or whatever, the same direction, or E is it's very fruity and sweet. There's not much of a spiciness to it at all. Very nice nose on it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how all of these things rank. I mean, I know 3 of the 4 of us have right now that we know have got some stuff that's similar. So it'll be interesting to see how they all rank. Brent's will really be interesting because he has no idea. Nobody knows.
The nose on this one is very nice. It's very nice. It does have a little heat to it, but it's like it's not like a clovey rye spice. It's more like a barrel of spice. It's a little bit of fruity aspect to it too, like some apples and cherries.
Yeah, I definitely got some cherry.
Yeah, my one, I'm getting this big citrus pop, and little underneath, I get some vanilla. But there's, I mean, way under there though, there's a little bit of spice, so it's a little soft, sweet nose with a citrus pop on it.
Yeah, that's the same thing with mine. I kind of get a little bit of that traditional bourbon nose.
Yeah, this is going to be curious because being mostly 100 proof here, you have, the different ages and mash bills, and obviously the different distilleries will play kind of a role trying to pick out what's what and maybe what we like best here.
Yeah.
Well, I did specifically tell my wife it has to be 100 plus proof and it has to be a bourbon. So I don't know. I'm thinking maybe this one could be a wheater. I'm not for sure. It doesn't have a heavy clove. It does not have that rye spice, anything that kind of goes with a rye spice. The spiciness to it almost seems like a barrel spice on the nose.
Brent, I'm getting similar on my one. I think this is kind of feeling a little bit like a wheater. I could be completely freaking wrong.
Oh, that's got some. Actually, that's got a little heat on that one right there. Holy moly! And holy moly, that really caught me off guard there. Jeez.
Cheers, everybody! Thanks for joining the Sky Stream. Good to be getting with you guys.
Yeah, thanks for jumping in. I appreciate it.
Well, don't you realize they're all 100 proof? They couldn't surprise you too much.
No, I know, but it's that was a little, but
wuss.
That was a little that was a little spicier than I was anticipating. So there's a couple of these that have got some spice to it.
Oh, this is killer. Whatever this is. This is just wow. There's all kinds of stuff going on here.
Yeah, I'm thinking my first one right now. I think going back, I think this is the 12 here, the Knob Creek 12. That's got a little oak to it. Unless the only other thing it could maybe be would be the McKenna with that much like oak. I didn't get that much oak on the smoke wagon from what I remember, but
I could see that kind of getting mixed up a little bit. Some of those.
Well, I mean, it's in the smoke wagon, so that's MGP, so that's their 36%. So that's going to be a little bit on the spicier side with things, but it's I
actually think my first one I'm leaning towards the Knob.
Ooh,
the Knob or McKenna as well.
Yeah, this is just
since it's Heaven Hill and Jim Beam. Sometimes they both have that little bit of a nutty profile, so trying to kind of distinguish which one it is.
Yeah, those can get confusing sometimes. I guess you gotta identify which nut. Go particular with the nut.
We're off the rails. Here we go.
Sorry, I'll keep it serious. My bad.
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
Yeah, true. That's very true. Yeah, my thought would be for my first one too. Like I just somehow it's not overly like nutty, but I'm getting that like that oak and that leather, and that's one of the things, and some of that vanilla. That's one of the things that I got a lot with the Knob Creek 12. So
yeah, ton of vanilla on the nose, which I like.
Yeah.
I'm thinking my first pick is probably a wheater of some sort. It is fruity, not much of a rye spice to it, kind of sweet. It did have a nice little bit of a barrel spice on the finish. But as far as my first one goes, I definitely know it's a bourbon, and I'm thinking it could be a wheater. I don't know. But yeah, that's my first thoughts on the first one.
I was waiting for some of the comments and stuff start coming in with all these things.
Yeah. Joseph Brazer says I lean towards the Knob. You heard it.
You gotta lean towards that knob.
Everyone's mind's in the gutter.
Everyone's in my that's why he's Joseph Brazers.
We don't have exactly. We don't have like the greatest of like analogies and things. We're talking about like nut and like wood and like these are bad descriptors we're using. So
in that mindset, a buddy of mine went out to the store today and got himself a Four Roses, the limited release from last year, the special release.
Nice.
So there's 21-year-old bourbon in it, as you guys may know. I'm talking to him on the phone. I realized I just said this sentence like in complete, like with a straight, not even realize what I was saying. I'm like, you know what? That stuff is so good. You don't realize it tastes like a 21-year-old on the back end.
Oh, Jesus.
I was like, oh, Jesus. I'm like, man, if we weren't talking about bourbon, we'd be in real trouble.
Yeah, you would. Your cell service just shuts you down for being inappropriate right away.
Oh yeah. That's it. I'm like, I hope your wife didn't hear that.
No. Man, this one tastes a lot like the back end of a 21-year-old.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not talking about golf or anything, right?
Oh, here we go. I think I already know what my second one is.
Oh yeah.
This is super nutty. This has gotta be the Evan Williams white label.
This is Old Forester right now. It's banana.
Banana.
That's
It's banana. That is a typical note of the Old Forester.
I get banana and gingerbread spice on the Old Forester signature, and that's what I'm getting on the nose here.
The banana to me on the Old Forester, like versus the banana I get on like your Jack Daniels or something like that. The Old Forester seems more like a natural banana. Really like you just peeled a banana open and you're like, hey, it smells like banana. Like I get like a Runts candy banana, almost candied flavor on the Jack Daniels banana note.
Yeah, Jack Daniels to me is artificial banana, or
exactly.
Or I always equate it to you ever get trail mix with banana chips in it?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Like that's what it reminds me of.
Dehydrated banana.
Yeah, super concentrated banana, but
I get like banana runs.
Old Forester is more like banana pudding. It's like fresh sweet banana.
Fresh sweet, just peeled it, a fresh ripe banana. That it's a nice nose on the Old Forester.
That's so good, bro. If that is the Old Forester, which I think it is, that's a damn fine pour. If that's the signature, I love the signature.
That is a very solid top 5. It was in my top 5 budget bourbons. Solid, outstanding budget pour. $25.
Yeah, it's great. You know, and for a lot of people, man, 100 proof is kind of a sweet spot. I mean, it's a really good proof, you know, on a bourbon outside of some of those non-chill filtered higher proof things that a lot of us like. But man, 100 proof a lot of times can be a really nice pour, you know?
Yeah, it's just an all around great proof point.
Yeah.
You can drink it all day, but you know, it still gives you a lot of complexities and, you know, it's not boring.
Yeah. There's not so much water added that it's diluted all the flavor. I mean, you know, 80, 90 proof a lot of times can be very, very similar. However, 80 proof is, I guess I kind of almost take that back. 80 proof is almost like water for the most part. So that's bad. That's bad. But 90 proof's good, but 100 proof is just, you start to get more of those, like what a lot of us look for in a bourbon, you know?
When I'm going back to number 1 here, I feel like it's I don't think it's the knob anymore.
What are you getting on your second?
The second one, like I said, is just I'm convinced in my head now that it's Old Forester signature because of that banana note, but you know, I could be wrong. But on number 1, when I go back to it, it's not. I thought it was a knob pick at first, but it's not finishing. Scott, you called it out. You said like leather and oak. I'm just not getting it. Dare I say on the back end?
Yeah.
I think I got the knob in 2, the 9 year. Yeah, because I'm just getting I'm getting like good nuttiness with some, you know, oak background in there and some dark fruits.
This is nice.
On my second pour, it's definitely got a lot more bite to it, a lot more spiciness, clove, some rye spice, some brown sugars, maybe a little bit of maple, and a nice caramel note on the nose. Very nice bourbon. Definitely seems a lot higher proof.
Yeah. And I don't on mine, I don't remember getting this much cinnamon on the Evan Williams white label though.
Uh-oh.
No.
Yeah, thank God it was talking about that. Yeah.
Evan Williams white label to me is like a peanut shelled, waxy, nutty, vanilla caramel. It's nothing super complex.
Yep.
It's a good pour. I mean, hell, it's $13.
Yeah, now going back to this one, that's what I think might be in here.
The waxy, nutty.
I don't know.
I'm getting that nuttiness. I'm just not getting the age, so I'm leaning towards one of the younger. One of the younger offerings here. So
getting a little bit of maybe a corny in there or something. You know?
Yeah, and now it's interesting because if these two are the two younger ones, which I might be thinking, then you have the three older ones here. John Belushi, yes, I think he had a question earlier about the Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof does have a banana flavor, but it's more like banana bread, like warm banana bread and caramel. It's not the artificial banana that you get in a regular Jack Daniel. It's just like I don't know. It's more. It's like the best banana Foster you ever had.
Yes. That's the exact same note I pick up on that too, man. That's delicious.
Yeah, they're kind of killing it with that stuff, man. That Jack Daniel's, like their single barrel strength, man. That stuff is good.
It's very good.
It's
very
nothing
good.
to F with.
I think it's an overlooked whiskey, just because the Jack Daniel's labeling and those single barrel offerings are on another level. And when you get to the barrel proof, definitely, I did it for a long time. I was, it's Jack Daniel's. I remember drinking that as a kid, whatever, and I just didn't really think anything more of it. And I think especially when you're first getting into whiskey, you kind of want to get past those. You're like, let's go to something different. But the single barrel offerings and the barrel strength offerings, definitely good solid pours of whiskey.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Well, I mean, for so long, everybody, when you heard Jack Daniel's, everybody just thought of Old Number 7, and that was just, it's basically a mixer, you know.
Yeah, or something to heal like a gunshot wound with, or something like that.
A gunshot wound.
Yeah.
That was an interesting descriptor, I would say.
Dump it in there.
Yeah. So, are you guys? Are you on to 3 at all, or what are you guys?
Yeah, I just started on 3.
Yeah.
Guys, I wish I would have poured these myself now.
Well, you really got a blind.
I don't know.
I am all over the board. Like, this is the worst part about a blind. Every single time you guess at something, then you smell it and you're like, no, I think that's what that is.
Yep.
Oh, this one here is really nice.
I think this might be the Old Forester I've got.
Man. I think this is an Old Forester. I think this has got that banana, but man, it's coming in heavy banana, brown sugar, and molasses.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's kind of what I'm getting right now. Like, I think I might have the Old Forester right now because I get a little bit of cherry off that. I get some heavy dark fruits a lot of times with Old Forester. In addition to, I don't always pick up as much banana as other people
banana
do.
For sure.
Why?
The banana normally just comes out for me on the Old Forester when it comes to the younger offerings. I don't get it as much in the older stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 1920 I don't really get it much.
Yeah. If you ever like walk through Woodford Reserve, like in the mash tuns, like or Old Forester's distillery, like it smells like banana in there.
Oh
yeah.
So my number 3 on the nose is an absolute vanilla bomb, which is I remember Knob Creek being like, but it's not really finishing like I thought the Knob Creek 12 did. So I'm interested to see if that's what it could be. But it is kind of, I am getting the older bourbon notes here on the finish, which is interesting.
Yeah, and I'm getting on mine. Like I am getting some complexity. I don't know if man, oh man, like this seems like Old Forester to me, and I don't think this is the high rye smoke wagon. It'll be good to go back through a little bit too once you kind of get an idea of things.
Yeah.
That really helps going back through. So
yeah, Jeffrey Wack is right. He said always dangerous to have Old Forester in a blind lineup. Once you hit the banana, you can't get out of your brain. It's true.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's
bad.
Man.
I went back to my previous pour and got banana.
Oh man. This is tough. 3's tough for me right now. I'm struggling with this because it's really, I mean, it's soft. So this could also be kind of in the, the Rebel Yell Weeder, but I know that I've had that bottle for a while and I know it pretty well. And it just it's not adding up.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where you start to like trick yourself with all the things you tasted. You start to go through, all those different like profiles, and
C is my number 1 right now.
Yeah, I got C is my number 1 so far too. It's just got a really great balance, sweet. It's got some age to it.
I know Knob Creek's been brought up on almost every single one so far. I'm interested to see.
Yeah, mine would probably be. Oh, we got Circle of Death.
This Circle of Death.
I don't number 3 for me is good. I mean, it's got some good spice, some good oak, some nice like rich characteristics to it.
3's, I don't know.
I really like 3. I mean, I'm hoping 3 is actually Old Forester because it's kind of for me gone so far 3, 1, 2.
Hey Scott, Tim is asking, do we have the same barrel for McKenna? What barrel for McKenna do you have?
No, mine's actually an older one. Mine's going back a while. So mine's from
what's your barrel dawn date?
8/16/05.
05.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh my God, you got a dusty.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go there. I don't call a few years old dusty, but yeah,
I know. Mine was barreled on March 20th of 09. So
yeah, I've kind of gone through a few of these, and this was one that I actually had tucked in behind somewhere that I didn't even know, and I found it like maybe 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, holy Christ, I still have some of it. And then I probably had, I bet 3/4 of that 2 weeks ago, and as you can see, it's almost
putting her down.
You've been nipping on that.
Jason said Vanilla Bomb earlier, and I thought of Henry McKenna when he said that. The Henry McKenna to me is very much vanilla. There's a lot of vanilla present on the Henry McKenna.
But with Henry McKenna, to me, I get vanilla, but I get it mixed with butterscotch. And that Knob Creek 12, I just remember just pure
vanilla.
Like someone opened a thing of vanilla extract and threw it at my face.
There you go.
Yeah. I like number 3, whatever that is. 3's
my favorite so far too.
I have to agree. I'm on 3.
Yeah, 3's my favorite.
I'm getting like a banana, rice, a bananas, some molasses, brown sugar, a little bit of clove.
Yeah,
and a nice floral note.
Yeah, 3 for me is vanilla. I get a slight hint of like sweet almonds, good amount of cinnamon, a little hint of cherry, and I'm getting some really nice age notes on the finish with like some oak tannins.
Yeah,
a little bit of maybe a slight hint of leather there, but not overpowering enough to overpower the sweet notes I'm getting. So I like that one a lot.
Man, if this is the Old Forester, like Will said before, if the Old Forester 100 beats the Knob Creek 12, I'm never buying Knob Creek 12 again. I would agree. This is going to be interesting, man. I am struggling with number 3 a little bit.
Oh shit! What is this?
Yeah, I think I changed. I thought number 1. I'm kind of thinking the Evan Williams was number 1 now. Damn it! So now I'm getting myself in a pickle.
Man, number 3.
I just had number 2. Now I'm confused.
Yeah, number 2 for me. I still think number 2 for me is the Evan Williams, but
number two is really good too.
And 3 is really good.
Damn, number 2 can be the McKenna or the Knob Creek.
Jesus,
that's a bitch.
So far, the common denominator is it sounds like we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Look, I know I've got a bunch of different bourbons open, and I've also got a few that's not open that I haven't really experimented with. The ones I have open, I've dipped and dabbed in and all that stuff, but I do have a lot that's not open, and the number 4 pick. I don't know. I have no idea. I've got the other ones I have a little bit of an idea about. This one, I don't know what this is. Man. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's really tough. I mean, so far, a lot of these, and I would say with a lot of these, maybe outside of the Evan Williams, the other 4 of these have some pretty good like overall complexity to them. You know, there's a few of these that could be like really, really close in terms of, you know, profiles. So, man, I'm struggling a little bit with this.
Yeah, my number 2 is now opening up. Some of that nuttiness kind of went away, and now I'm getting kind of like an orange spice cake kind of deal on it with like some vanilla cream, and it kind of reminds me, and you know, some spice in there, some baking spice. It kind of reminds me of the McKenna that I have, the bottle.
Vanilla cream, the creamy. Creme brulee type note.
Yeah. I get a lot of orange in that. Actually the Rebel Yell 10 single barrel I have. Yes. I got a ton of like orange spice and
same.
Crazy.
Man, I wish my webcam wasn't so shitty so you guys could just see. This is just a super viscous whiskey. I have no idea what my wife's poured. Got a very nice nutty characteristic to the nose, a little bit of clove, some burnt sugars. This is different and interesting. I don't.
Is that did she even go by the 100 proof law, or she just went?
Yeah, well, I told her it said that it had to be 100 proof and a bourbon, which Jason, that don't mean shit to her, man. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. She could have mixed some scotch in with these for all I know, because she does do that. Sometimes we'll be sitting around on Saturday night or whatever, and I'll say, just pour me something. I'll try to guess what it is or whatever. And she's known to mix and blend. But this here is very, very nice. Very nice, nutty characteristics of the nose, burnt sugars, a little bit of maple syrup. And it's rich and vibrant. Yes, I'm in a Subway. Joseph, yes, I'm in a Subway.
Oh my God, he's too much. He's too much.
I just smelled.
Yeah, Todd's section. Yeah, orange spice and a wheater. Yeah, it was really. I did not expect that out of the Rebel Yell, but I did get orange spice in the Rebel Yell 10. It was, I'm not sure where it's coming from because there's no rye in it. So
I get the same thing, Jason. So I feel you, man.
Yeah,
it's prominent too. You know, it's
I mean, it's stuck out like a sore thumb when remember they're single barrel, so they could be different, but mine had a ton of orange spice in it.
And sometimes that's one of the things with like some of the wheaters. I think a lot of people expect to just always get this softness with a wheater and have no spice. But I'll tell you what, some of those wheaters can have some heat, some spice, and it'll really throw you for a loop. I mean, where you don't even think you're drinking a wheated bourbon. So,
dude, totally.
Patrick, how's it going?
Oh, Joe Edwards is doing an interesting flight.
What do you got going on here? Doing a blind flight of Evan Williams, OGD, E.H. Taylor small batch.
This is surprising.
All right.
I bet you OGD wins.
Dude, that's fire. It's fire.
OGD is a hitter, man.
Dude, it is another one for whatever.
OGD is a hitter, man.
Love that stuff, man.
The 114 is a straight hitter.
Oh man, I think I landed on. I just smelled number 4, and I think I landed on the. Wait, now I'm backpedaling. Never mind.
Take it all back. I take it back.
Yeah, for me, number 3 here and number 4 are between the two of them. I think that's the higher age ones here. whether it be because they're sticking out when it comes to the other two. I haven't had number one yet, but I think those got to be the competing either the Knob Creek or the McKenna. The thing is that I thought this was the Knob Creek. Now I'm going to this one for the Knob Creek because this one just has a little bit more of that butterscotch note that I normally get on this particular bottle of McKenna that I have. I remember a nice butterscotch note, and this one has like a spicy. I don't know.
Dude, this is. I thought I was going to be able to like nail like two or three of them. Be like, oh yeah, I know I'll be able to pick out.
I think I nailed these two, but these two now are a little bit. These ones are kind of.
Well, this is one of those other tricky things because I think with 100 proof, a lot of times this is the zone you get into. A lot of times with 100 proof is that consistency that you start to get. And for me, that's like where I'm at right now. Like I literally, so far of the 4 I've tasted outside of maybe one of them, they could be any of them so far. It's like, I have no clue so far, even though I do think this might be the smoke wagon, but
I don't know.
Neil, I'm guessing you don't think you've gotten to the smoke wagon yet.
That's what I think. That's what I thought 4 was. Cause
that's why I think my 4 is maybe smoke wagon too.
Just smelled like MGP.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting to.
Yeah.
My 4th pick is I have no idea what it is. It's very good, very viscous and oily, mouth coating whiskey, and it's just painting the sides of the glass. Nice molasses notes and caramel.
See, look, Joe Edwards, he says, I have OGD, E.H. Terrell, and Evan Williams single out 1 through 3. I told you OGD was going to take it.
Yeah, that's a good. It is. That's a. Yeah, and that's I think for a lot of the OGD will stand out just probably from its heat and spice that it offers out of those other two, and then the Evan Williams bottled and bond, you're probably going to get a little bit of nuttiness on that one, and then the E.H. Taylor can be a little citrusy, smooth, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick out the high rye right now for smoke wagon.
Man,
I'm gonna go to number 1 and see if it'll clue me in on something here.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
Oh, that one's completely different. What the
fuck?
So shifted on you.
If I just end the broadcast right now, will that be rude of me?
You probably get death threats.
I'll be like, tune in next week for part 2.
Yeah. Tune in next week to when we know nothing about what we're talking about again.
I wish, Scott, I would have just said, okay, these are the bourbons that I have. So I know I had the 100. The only ones I didn't have was the 12-year Knob Creek and the white label Evan Williams. I had the rest. I wish I would have threw those in the mix and instead of just saying, just pour me something, babe. Because I have no damn clue.
Yeah,
what I've got going on here. Totally. I do know what I like, and I do know they've all been very good, but it's very hard to decipher, and I'm trying to keep up with what you guys got going on. And I think Tim Porter made a good comment. You displayed it, kind of going between the age statements of the Knob Creek and the Henry McKenna. Those will be 2 hard ones to go between.
I would agree. It is a little bit tough. But Neil, on number 4, are you getting some nice like spice and a little bit of citrus at all on yours?
Let me go back to it.
Man, I think this seems like a high rye. This seems like to me the smoke wagon. I'm getting a little bit of citrus, that vanilla, but that nice like rounded out like oak and spice on it.
Yeah, here's the thing: is on number 4 when I went to the palate, because I thought I was going high rye with it on the nose, but then on the palate, I got quite a bit of age. So I don't know if like I'm dealing with. I don't know if I'm dealing with the Knob Creek, but I don't. Shit. Yeah. Number 5 when I smell it, I almost kind of go, that's the smoke wagon.
Well, you know what? This will be, I think, for some of these things. I mean, and I would say most of it, for the most part, is now becoming more like readily available. Maybe outside of the smoke wagon, the McKenna's starting to pop up. Are you guys noticing McKenna popping up a little bit more than it used to?
Yeah, I'm starting to see it more often. It's sitting at 50 right now by me.
Dusty, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you.
What's up, Dan?
Dan Trout. What's up, Dan?
Dan Trout.
Yeah,
there he is.
For me, I think 4 is a smoke wagon. I think that just for me is a bit of
I think number 5 here for me is smoke wagon because that high rye it's sticking out, man.
And do you get so like with your 5? Do you get obviously some of the spice and a little bit of like citrus and the vanilla and all that?
I'm getting spice, citrus, butterscotch, and cherry.
Yeah,
that's what I'm getting,
which is very smoke wagony.
Yeah,
That's
4
exactly what
four is really good. 4, oh man, 4 for me is I really like 4.
I'm going between. I can't figure out how I'm going to line these up. I don't have no clue what the hell they are.
Eric Waite's in the house.
What's up, Eric?
Eric,
See you, buddy.
Good to see you.
Hey, what's up, Eric?
Eric says, "Don't listen to Brent. He drinks peated scotch."
Son of a bitch! This is.
Oh man,
I don't know, man.
Now I'm at number 5. Now I'm getting like this. Like the first smell I got was like maple syrup and butterscotch on 5.
Oh, that
man, this is.
I think 5 is.
See, now I'm going reverse, and this one totally changed. It's so interesting when you do them in a certain order because now this one is coming off now younger than I thought in the beginning. So I have no fucking clue.
Same, Jason. I went back
when you do a blind tasting, you have some different proof points to work with.
Yeah,
a little bit easier when they're all the same proof.
Yeah,
then you have a couple. You have a couple from the same distillery in there.
Mm-hmm.
You have your Knob Creek. The Old Forester is definitely sticking out like a sore thumb, and I think the Smoke Wagon is too. But between the Knob Creek, the McKenna, and the Evan Williams, I think the Evan Williams in here is showing its youth. I'm not gonna guess which one it is yet. The Bottle and Bond I'm talking about. So
yeah, it's tough, man. And that was one of the things I thought was because 100 proof, a lot of times when you're drinking them, regardless of what the mash bills and stuff, you get a lot of the same characteristics. It seems like a lot of times with 100 proof. I don't know why that is, but man, a lot of these are very, very just consistent. I mean, it's like I keep tasting them, and you get, a slight differences on some of these, but man, like 5 is really damn good too.
Yeah, see this one number 2 that I said was the Old Forester. I'm still getting a little bit of that banana, but when you have it next to after you drink number 3 here and then go to that one, getting a rich cherry note. So goes to show that even the order can make a difference,
Yeah, because I went back to number 3 and just kind of going reverse from 5, 4 to 3, and that I'm like very sure that that's the Evan Williams Bottle and Bond just because it's showing a little bit of youth. I'm getting a little bit more kind of ethanol, a little bit more corn. Yeah,
definitely more corn.
Yeah, it's got to be.
That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting on number 4 now. I'm getting a richer corn, like a youth note to it. More of that, like what Brent alluded to earlier, when you have like the shelled peanuts and and I thought maybe that could have been. I was debating if that was maybe the McKenna or not because of that peanut note. But now coming off this, the last one, now it's just coming off as youthful. So now I'm leaning toward maybe it is Evan Hill, but maybe it's the younger Evan Williams now.
That's and that's the thing. I mean, I think really outside of the Evan Williams, most of these have some pretty decent age to them. Like I think the Old Forester, it's probably maybe between, I don't know, maybe 6 and maybe 8-year barrels, you think, or what?
Yeah, I think from what I remember, I think it was about majority. I think it's about that 6-year mark.
And then the
what's that again?
And then the Smoke Wagon is blends of 4 and 8, but heavier on the 8-year.
Yeah.
Obviously, McKenna, we know we've got at least 10 years. The Knob Creek 12, we've got at least 12 years. I mean, really the only one that's got, I guess I'll say any real youth to it is the Evan Williams, and we know that's probably in that 4, maybe 5-year range with it being a bottle and bond. So,
my God, the Smoke Wagon, that's got to be. This tastes like a creamsicle.
Ooh, baby.
Oh,
Love that.
is anybody getting like any maple syrup on anything like at all?
5.
I did.
Yeah, 5. That's what I get on 5. Like I've got like maple syrupy. Like, man,
my pancakes.
Ooh, baby. Some nice maple syrup dumped on top.
Man.
Butter.
I'm getting that on C here. So I don't know which one that one is, but C is definitely giving off like a butterscotch maple. Definitely delicious. C might be my leader in the clubhouse right now.
Damn.
I'm going between C and I guess E would be my last one in C. I wish I would have just picked the whiskeys out myself. I have no idea what I'm drinking here, guys. I wish I did. I wish I was more in the circle right now. The C, guys, this is for the E. The last one she poured. It's outstanding. It is super viscous. It's fruity. It's almost grapey. Molasses.
I love getting
sugar.
I love getting a good grape note in a bourbon.
Oh, it's grapey. I'm thinking.
I've been getting great. I've been getting a lot of
like
grape.
a finished whiskey. This one almost seems finished, and something very good. It's very well balanced, rich and dense. Another side of the glass painting whiskey. Just a super viscous and oily whiskey. I've kind of separated mine out to where I've got 2 that I'm going between C and the last one she just poured, just because it's so tasty.
Yeah, I'm stuck right now on. Right now, I think 5's just has 2 out. It just edges it. So 5 is a little bit darker. You get more of those, darker notes, more of the, the maple. I think it's higher rye. And then 2 is light. It's lighter on the nose, but not necessarily, lacking. And the palate's dynamite. So I think I'm down from. I'm 2 and 5. I got to make a decision here.
Yeah, it's a real tough one. I mean, even when you start to kind of go back through a little bit on some of these things.
I'm just kind of wondering how dumb I'm going to look when I actually reveal what these are. I have no idea.
I don't think you're going to be the only one. I'm talking about myself here.
I'm going to look like an asshole.
I think very good. I really like this one.
Yeah, I'm extremely sure about 2 of them, but I'm guaranteeing I would bet my left nut that this is Smoke Wagon, and then this is the Old Forester. Now, when it comes to the other 3, I'm trying to find this one's coming off as more youthful, so I would lean towards that one being the Evan Williams. So when it comes to number 1 and number 3 here, I think that's where the Knob Creek and the McKenna are battling here as far as what my favorite could be. But yeah, both of them are really good. I'm just not sure which one I want to go with. This one is a absolute vanilla bomb. And I remember
my wife opened up my 4 gate, batch 6. I think this is what this is. I really do.
Oh, you think she poured the 4 gate?
I think she poured. I got an unopened bottle I bought. I finally got it. It took forever, but
she cheated. She cheated then. If she put 4 gate in there, that's not 100 proofer.
No.
No, well, it's 100. I told her 100 plus proof.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So who knows what's in these? I have no idea.
Dude, you're screwed. You're screwed.
Yeah, she poured some hitters for real. They were some good ones.
Man, I am like super confused right now. Outside of like one of them, like I am. Jesus.
Yeah. Man, 5 is just lighting me up.
That's a good question, Joseph. I don't know why it's ever the right nut. It's always the left nut.
The right nut's so valuable.
Well, maybe it's a right-handed world, so maybe that's why everyone's going to keep that one and get rid of the left.
Yeah, there's another one. I think a lot of like some of the Widow Jane stuff is a little bit underappreciated. Like they've got some really good stuff.
Yeah, I do like what Widow Jane's doing. I think it's very pricey for what it is.
It's a little pricey.
It is
Super pricey.
It's got you got to fork out a lot of money.
Man, I don't know what the hell 5 is, and
I like the nose on number 1 here, but I like the palate on number 3. So I'm not really sure which one to go with. Obviously, I think you got to go more in taste than when you smell it. So maybe I'm leaning towards number 3, but number 1's really good too.
Man, I got to go with number 5. It's just barely beating out number 2 for me. I think number 5's the Smoke Wagon, to be honest.
You think that's a Smoke Wagon?
Yeah, and then the Smoke Wagon is kind of the wild card because that's got to be the Smoke Wagon, and it's really good. So I don't know.
I don't know what the hell.
I don't know about.
Yeah. Jason, bud, I'm in a serious predicament right here.
All right, I'm gonna start ranking these. I think because I think I have my bottom 2.
Yeah.
So
I definitely have my bottom 2. Yeah, definitely, no doubt.
Two for me is last. I think 2 is the Evan Williams for me.
I think my 4 is Evan Williams, and I think that's gonna. I might be wrong though. God, I hope I'm not wrong. That would suck.
I know. Hey,
what would really be embarrassing if Evan Williams wins Jason's fight?
I'm like, I smell some youth. This one that I'm calling out the smoke. This one I'm calling out is a Smoke Wagon. This is Evan Williams. Though. Well, there goes. Yeah. I'm gonna send Brazier my my left nut.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man,
I'm going number 3 last, and I think that's the Evan Williams Bottled in Bond.
All right, I'm putting this one last.
Yeah, I've got my last pick. It's already done.
I'm putting the Old Forester, which I'm thinking is the Old Forester, in second to last. And now it comes down to these 3.
So let's see. We're going. So this will be my least favorite here. So this will be my least favorite. Yeah.
There you go.
Man,
so much vanilla to me.
This is just so good on the nose.
Yeah, that's definitely Evan Williams. I hope it is.
Not Forgate.
Well, your left nut is gone there, Scott.
Yeah,
that'd be right.
I sure hope that's not like a good one. I can tell you that, but
not Forgate, sure. I don't know what the hell this is.
I think that might be the McKenna right there.
This sucks.
Actually, I better switch them back real quick so I remember what the hell I've got.
I think. Yeah, I got.
Definitely got my top 2.
80 HD whiskey. Matt is moving, and he said that he has a bunch of bottles in his. His wife's gonna kill him when she finds out how many bottles he has in the U-Haul.
Oh yeah,
I'm curious, Matt. How many? Did you do a count? How many bottles are you up to now?
Oh no,
I'm just like curious because he's a newer channel, so as newer channels start doing reviews and they build up bottles, I'm just wondering what he's up to.
It's probably pretty significant, I bet.
He has to.
I would think, yeah, he's got some good bottles too.
Number 2.
All right, so that's my least favorite, I think. Fuck, I don't even know.
Shit. I think 2's McKenna.
Scott's in a dilemma, guys.
I am. I'm super struggling here. Fuck.
I've got my top 2 picked. I really don't know. I have no idea what any of these are, but I do know what my 3rd and 4th and 5th are. The D probably going to be my 5th. I've got the A written down as my 3rd and B as my 4th.
All right, I have my lineup.
Same. I'm ready. I'm ready to rock it out.
Oh, you guys are ready to rock. All right.
I got my lineup.
Guys, I'll do my reveal last because it is who knows what the hell this is. So you guys got some intermingling stuff. I'm kind of out of the loop. I'll do my reveal last. That way we can kind of go through it.
Trev says, dang, Brent doesn't like the D.
Yeah.
All right, so I think I'm ready to go. All right, I'm gonna look like a total asshole here, I bet. Let me rank these here. So
I think you nailed them, Scott.
I don't think I nailed anything. I'm pretty sure. Oh man. God damn it.
Jeffrey Wack. No. You never officially count bottles. That number can only get you in trouble. Yeah.
Smart man.
And I've been in trouble for years already. So
you bought what?
Yeah, exactly.
You have how many?
So we're used to it. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. So I'm gonna go. This is my least. God damn it. I am super struggling here.
Well, I mean, as far as ranking, literally, so the weird thing is that the Smoke Wagon just stuck out. It has such a high rye profile. Like when you put it in the lineup, I love drinking that stuff. But when you put it and you realize how different it is compared to the other ones,
yeah,
and what a higher rye mash bill does, it's really interesting. And it's almost like, are you in the mood for that tonight, or are you in the what you're in the mood for? Because like I love high rye bourbon, but compared to the other ones in here, it really stuck out. At least I think it did.
Yeah,
same. I think I have the Smoke Wagon, and if I'm correct, I have that in first place, which is wow.
I gotta see where I placed that one. I don't remember which one's here.
Oh man,
I'm a sucker for high rye.
I think it's that one. I had it in the middle because it's kind of like if I'm in the middle. It's not that it's bad. It's just the other two were just, I don't know. If I'm just like kind of going on what I'm feeling tonight right now.
Yeah, you got to go off feels. It's all about the feels.
All about the feels.
It's going to be interesting.
All right, so Scott, are you ranking right now?
I'm trying. I'm working my way through it here.
All right, I have my key here.
I
haven't looked under the glasses yet, so we'll see.
Got mine here. My wife wrote it out, so she set them up. All right.
I changed mine to last minute. Last minute changing right here.
Holy shit! Fred Minnick is he's going live. He's got the Weller single barrel. It looks like.
Mm-hmm. Nice, damn.
I saw
the inside job. Weller single barrel.
It's all right. It's gonna taste like the fucking Weller single barrel I have right here. Pick.
Yeah, I like Weller. I hate how allocated it is. I like Weller. I don't. It sucks, man. Because a lot of people want to try it.
And it's not even just Weller. It's Buffalo Trace shit.
Exactly. Their flagship whiskey. You can't even get that everywhere. Kind of sucks.
We don't get it. It's like it'll come here like a little bit and then it's gone like right away. And you can't even get it. So we don't get it all the time here. But
so if anybody hasn't heard yet, the Weller single barrel was officially announced today as a actual release. I mean, it got announced last year as a possibility, but it was officially announced today, and it's going to come out one time a year. And who knows when the fuck that is? And good luck at that.
Shit.
Yeah.
For $7 million.
I thought maybe they were gonna maybe have like the single barrel and say, "Hey, let's get it out to as many people as possible."
Now, I can't remember what the proof of the new single barrel is going to be. I heard it's a weird proof.
Yeah, I think it's definitely under 100.
I think 97.
Yeah,
97.
I don't understand why. I don't get it.
They're just gonna keep coming out with new ones and making weird proof points so it sticks out.
So weird. But it's working. So who am I to say?
Geniuses. They are. They are. Buffalo Trace's marketing. They've got it down. They do.
They're gonna come out with a Weller 9-year and make it 99 proof.
Yeah. And everybody would go ape shit over it. That's the thing.
They're like, oh my god, it's got so many 9s. I have to buy it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. All right, I think I've got it. Like I think I've got it in terms of like right now. I'd probably change in like 5 minutes, but as of right now, I mean, I've got it.
Honestly, my top 3 could go either way. I just went on what was feeling tonight, but all 3 of them are really good. These 2 are also really good. They stood up to these 3.
Yeah,
but it definitely fell short when you had them against these 3. So
yeah.
All right. What happens.
So why don't Neil? Do you want to go first?
Yes, I'll go first. Do you want me to just go through my whole thing?
Reveal your last place.
Place.
We'll do that. We'll all do that. We'll all reveal our 5th place one. We'll go around the circle.
Go around the horn.
Yeah, around the horn.
Let's do it. All right. So I had my number 3 as last place, which I thought was Evan Williams Bottled and Bond.
Okay.
And I was correct. Evan Williams Bottled and Bond.
Nice,
man.
All right.
I'm going to go. Let's see. My last place was letter E, and letter E for me was Evan Williams Bottled and Bond.
Woo! Man, I hope I get this shit right. I'm gonna look like a total asshole.
I gotta get mine.
All right, Brent. I'll go. Brent, you can go last. I'll go. So I had number 4 as my last place one.
And the key reveals.
Holy shit! My last one was Henry McKenna.
Oh!
No.
Holy shit! All right.
That's what happens when you have one of those old ass McKenna.
Yeah, that's maybe part of the problem.
Damn.
Yeah.
Right, what do you got, Oak and Smoke? You got an Ardbeg in last place? What happened?
Well, my last place, I just looked at the sheet, and it's kind of, my wife has definitely opened some stuff up, even some samples people had sent. My last place was Traverse City Barrel Proof.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very good. Very good. But I'm looking at the list, and there's some hitters on here, man. So
all right, well we'll get to that one. All right.
Yeah, that was my last place. It was D.
Cool.
Yeah.
All
very
right.
Good though. That was the one that I was going on about how viscous and oily it was. It's a nice nutty characteristic to it. Very good whiskey. Very, very good.
Yeah, Traverse City makes good stuff. So.
Oh, it was good. Very, very good.
All right, Neil. What do you got in 4th?
All right, so 4th place I have number 2. I'm sorry. No, number 1. So 4th place, I had number 1. I thought it was actually the Rebel Yell.
You thought it was Rebel Yell?
I thought it was the Rebel Yell for whatever reason. I was like, and I was just wasn't. Usually I love that bottle. I wasn't feeling, but I could be completely wrong. So
all right,
number 1. Holy shit. Number 1 was the McKenna.
Oh. Okay, so now so far like 5th and 4th that McKenna's fallen flat is bullshit.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
Well, that Rebel Yell definitely has spice to it, so that kind of threw me off.
Yeah.
Shit.
So my 4th place, I said this had to be the Bananarama, which was the Old Forester, and this letter is I have here D. Yeah, Old Forester 100. So.
Okay.
So you nailed it.
I finished 4th for you, hey?
Yeah, 4th.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. All right. So let's see. My 4th is man. One of these things better be Evan Williams pretty soon. I'll tell you that. Is number 1. There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
Dude, I had number 1 as the Knob Creek 12-year.
And what did you?
I had it as the Evan Williams Bottled and Bond.
Oh, damn.
What? Holy shit.
Like, I got that nuttiness. I got a lot of that nuttiness, and it was just like, it was flat tasting to me almost.
Wow.
So, yeah, not the, God damn.
Wow, man.
All right, what do you got, Brent?
My fourth place was.
Is that right?
I called a weeder, but my fourth place is the Weller Antique, 107.
Oh, Weller Antique. Okay, nice.
Yeah, fourth place. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it's so hard doing these blind. I mean, it really, really is. It's Jessica put some good whiskeys in here. Definitely all over 100 proof.
Nice. All right, Neil, what did you guess for third?
So for my third place, I went with number 4, and I thought it was the Knob Creek 9-year.
Yeah.
So,
the 9-year. All right.
Yeah. So let me see what this is. I got it.
Nailed it.
Knob Creek 9-year for my third place.
I'm a big fan of that 9-year. I feel like it's like a lower proof Booker's.
Yeah, it's got crazy dark fruits in there.
Dark fruits and nuts and yeah.
Yeah, man, it is tasty.
Man, how the fuck did that rank fourth?
All right, so my number 3 was the one that stuck out like as a high rise. So I guess it was the Smoke Wagon. And like I said, these top 3 could have went either direction. I literally left Smoke Wagon in third because that's like one of those ones. If I'm in the mood for a high rye, I'll go to that.
Mm-hmm.
Not including the other 2. So this one is A. Yeah, A was the Smoke Wagon for me.
Got it.
So yeah, just that high rye just completely sticks out. So
Yeah.
Agreed. Totally.
That's probably the easiest one I had, the easiest time with. Now, when it comes to the last 2, it's either, I mean, the only ones I have left are McKenna and Knob Creek, so I don't know which one's which. So
yeah, this is interesting. All right, am I up?
Yep,
Yeah,
you're up.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you got in third?
My number 3 is number 2.
Man, my style is shitty.
I have in third place the Evan Williams Bottle and Bond.
Also, Evan Williams went up to third for you.
Yep. Man, I wasn't getting. I mean, that was actually. Man, I wasn't getting as much of that like nutty characteristic as I normally would get.
Dude, it's a good bottle.
So I don't.
Yeah.
So I had. So based on what I had, let me see. I had Evan Williams Bottle and Bond was up here in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
It was, and I had that like I thought that could have been the McKenna.
Yeah.
And then when I went in reverse order, after having the Smoke Wagon, and then I smelled it and tasted it again, then all of a sudden the youth jumped out of the glass. So
Same thing, man. Same thing with me.
I'm not getting that like youthfulness on this.
Maybe you got one of the special ones with like 15-year-old juice in it.
Yeah.
I know the one bottle I had definitely was different. I mean, it was definitely different than my newest bottle. So it was like I could definitely tell a difference.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's subtle, but
What's up, Richie? Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Ricky, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, and King Jack is in the house too.
King Jack, how's it going, buddy?
hey.
Todd Sexton, Will Henderson. Anybody heard of that guy before?
Who's he?
I don't know. New guy.
I'm telling you though, even the old Forester, I think, held up really well in this blind too.
Yeah, that's the thing. So for me, it's now down to the Old Forester and the Smoke Wagon.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah, I got the Rebel Yell 10-year and Smoke Wagon down for my last 2.
Yeah, I have the McKenna and the Knob, I think, somewhere in here.
And I think that's probably a little bit for me. Like I wish with the McKenna, I wish I had something that was a little bit fresher, so to speak, not such an old ass bottle, so that might have threw it off. And again, I guess one of the things I didn't totally think of is that there's a couple of these, 2 or 3 of them in here with Heaven Hill and some of the Beam. You get a little bit of that nutty characteristic to things too. So it'll throw you off a little bit. So.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. All right. So Brent, so what's your third?
My third pick is the Wild Turkey Rare Breed.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Third pick. Yeah, I'm sitting here going, man, this is
She did pour you some hitters.
She poured some hitters, man. I mean, she poured some hitters. The Weller Antique was coming in fourth. The last one she poured confused me. It really, really did. And it had that gravy, boozy characteristic to it. And I was really struck between C and this one. as far as overall mouthfeel depth and body, that's what I made my choice on. But both my last two are definitely outstanding pours. Good pours of whiskey.
Nice. All right, Neil. So Neil, what's your first and second place?
Well, I'm nervous. I'm like sweating over here. All right. So my second place, I thought was the McKenna, which that obviously didn't happen because that was my fourth place.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's either the Smoke Wagon or the Rebel Yell. So let's see what my second place was.
Between the Smoke Wagon and the Rebel Yell. Boy.
Yeah, man. So my second place, which was number 2,
is
holy shit. It was a Smoke Wagon. Wow. Dude, how did I get Rebel Yell 10-year single barrel mixed up with Smoke Wagon?
Yeah, dude. You went from a high rye to a weeder.
Yeah.
Totally back at, oh my God.
Dude, but you know what? Listen, but you know what? That goes back to what we said earlier, that the Rebel Yell has a weird, like, citrusy.
Yeah.
And that could have mixed you up with this because the Smoke Wagon is all citrus too. So.
Exactly, man. Plus, I'll tell you what, this Rebel Yell 10-year, it has some spice on it because I was not thinking that was a weeder whatsoever.
It does. Like there's a lot of people who like will underrate a really good weeder. Like they just assume it's going to be a little flatter and muted and soft and creamy and sweet. And I'll tell you what, man, like you said, Neil, it's not that. They can be nice and spicy and bold.
Yeah.
It'll really trick you. So
now I'm getting on number 2. Now I'm smelling a little bit like the rye now. Now I'm starting to get a little bit of the dill. Now that we said it. Shit.
That's your brain kicking in now.
It is, man. It totally is.
All right. So so my last 2 are down to McKenna and the Knob Creek 12. But I keep going back to the Smoke Wagon. I might put that in second instead.
Damn good.
It's so good, man. So let's call the second place and the Smoke Wagon here 2A and 2B.
There we go. Fair enough.
So let's see, which one is this one? So that's B, and that's McKenna 10, which means number 1 for me was the Knob Creek 12-year.
Oh, damn. Whoa.
And it's the nose on it, the vanilla bomb nose on it, and that was the first one I had, and I remember calling out from the beginning. I'm like, that could be the knob because it's so vanilla heavy, and I remember that being an attribute to it. But I did think at first that it was the Evan Williams, which is weird.
Wow.
Yeah, but it goes to show you that when I went in reverse, everything changed.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, it did. I would say for me, that's like when it really started to when you started to get about halfway through, things started to kind of develop a little bit more. But man, it's
wow.
I don't know. That's the one fun part about doing blinds is that you'll convince yourself of a million different things, and it is what it is, and there's nothing right or wrong, and we could do this tomorrow and we'll pick different ones.
Yeah. Just so it's official, I've officially put Smoke Wagon in second and McKenna in third.
Okay.
Executive decision.
That was the photo finish ruling. So
we'll allow this as a one-time thing on this stream. Okay. That's all you get. That's all you.
I just keep going back to the Smoke Wagon. I like the high rise got me now.
Yeah,
it is.
And that's baby. Your mind will start to like mess with things, and it's like, man, I really like that. I go back to it, and I'm like, I would have changed that if I know now. Like, so it is. That's the fun part about all of this.
Will Henderson, is the Casey worth $70? I still don't think it's worth 70. Honestly, I don't. I still honestly, I'd rather drink this. Where is it? I still rather get this for 45. One of the Knob Creek single barrels. I'll still get that over the 12-year all day. Yep.
Without doubt.
Yeah. Where's the hell's the new one?
I'll have to pour. I'm gonna have to pour some more there. I'm gonna have to pour some more of that Knob Creek 12. I mean, it finished 4th for me, and I remember really liking it.
I got to get a bottle. I found it by me. It was like I think it was 50.
Well, that's okay. Well, so I paid, like, when I got it at the distillery, it was like $65, but it was like the day it came out, and I just happened to be there and hadn't not even heard anything about it. But
right,
it's a really good whiskey. But $70, I don't know, $55-$60, I could say yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, here you go, Will Henderson. I would rather have this one, the new Knob Creek 9-year single barrels.
Man,
ooh, baby.
Yeah.
For 45, I'll take that over the Knob Creek 12-year for 70 any day of the week.
dude, Knob Creek is killing it.
Yeah, they are.
They're just doing like absolutely fantastic things, and they must have a shitload of aged whiskey for them to release the new Knob Creek 9-year. With obviously age stating it all over again. They've got a boatload of this shit to release it with age stating.
Oh yeah,
and then they're coming out. They're coming out with a 15-year 100 proof one. I think in next month or something. So they've got highly aged shit. The only thing that's killing it is that, I mean, I know they're releasing them at 100 proof to stretch out, the bottles, and that's fine. But when you're releasing friggin' amazing picks like this, and even the 9-year single barrel, 120 proof and 9 years old, I mean, that's basically it's older than Booker's, which is $90.
Yeah,
I know, it's crazy with the.
You know what would be really cool is if they had something like the Knob Creek 15 or 12, the Knob Creek 15, right? That's the new one that they're going to be releasing, right?
The Knob Creek 15, yeah.
So, like, what would really be interesting with that is if they went in at a lower, like, barrel entry proof and added the water on the front end rather than the back end and still had it around 100 proof or at 100 proof, that would be a rich-ass bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be great. If you could get that thing for $60 or whatever it's going to be, holy moly, that would be an incredible value bourbon. So.
Yeah.
Sorry,
All right,
guys. Remember my last two.
So Scott, Scott has to reveal his.
Okay.
So
Scott,
my second place is number 3, and that's the Smoke Wagon.
Smoke Wagon came in second.
Like for me, it was 1A, 1B. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
Same here, Scott.
Top these.
So Old Forester was number 1 for you.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh damn.
There you go, Will. Don't buy all that.
There
Other
you go, Will.
Suck on that.
Yeah. I mean, $22 or whatever the hell it was.
Oh yeah, man.
It's a great.
All right. Oakensville, what hitters were 1 and 2 for you?
Okay. Once again, I want to say my wife picked these out. I was stuck between the nose. The nose on E, the last one she labeled E, was very, very nice. Outstanding nose. And I could almost, there was definitely some finishing going on in E. I thought it was 4-gate. Now that I looked at the paper, I know it's not, thank God. But the nose, and once I tasted it, it's not 4-gate. But as far as a good, full-bodied and rich bourbon whiskey,
Let's see what you're.
My winner is the Old Forester 1920.
Oh,
and second place, like I said, Scott, earlier, she got into some of my samples. She poured, I noticed something was weird when half the sample bottle was half on a couple of them. She poured the new Dovetail from Burrell, which is, it's finished in a Cabernet barrel and the rum cask, which is pretty cool. But this is definitely
Dovetail was
outstanding. All great bourbons. The 1920 just kind of, as far as overall bourbon whiskey, even it compared to this finished whiskey, it had a nice mouthfeel. It was at a full-bodied whiskey, the nice finish, and I picked the 1920.
Wow. So the barrel bourbon Dovetail was second, and the 1920 over that one. That's a hell of a lineup she picked, man.
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
She wasn't.
I told Scott before anyone got on here, we was talking and stuff. I was like, man, there could be scotch in here. I have no idea what she poured, but she's probably watching right now, and she knows a little bit about whiskey. She does, and she also knows what I tend to go to and what I kind of want to talk about. So that's kind of cool. And she kind of broke into some samples that were sent to me, which was that's what I think that vindictive look in her face was. She was like, "Oh, you ain't gonna know these because you haven't drank them," but I have sipped on the Dovetail a little bit, and I did not know what the Traverse City was. But the Traverse City barrel strength bourbon was actually all these were good. She poured a just to say that any of them was just a lot better than the other would be a lie. They were all pretty much. It was a hard.
Yeah. So
definitely hard flight to pick through.
Yeah, even these 100 proofers were hard to rank at some point. It's just kind of whatever you're feeling. Neil, I just poured the Rebel Yell 10-year to compare to the Smoke Wagon, and on the nose they actually are pretty similar.
Yeah, they got similarity.
Yeah, on the palate though, I definitely got a little bit more of the weeded characteristic for the Rebel Yell, but yours might be more citrusy on the palate than mine.
Yeah, it's got a nice. It's definitely got a citrus pop. I was getting like, I don't know. It threw me off. It's damn good. I had to re-pour, and it's just. Wow.
I love Rebel. Yeah, I love Rebel Yell, man. It's good stuff.
Yeah. All I know is I get like public service announcement: buy Old Forester 100. Dude, this shit is
exactly.
Dude, that beat out.
Dude, that shit is
what Neil and Jason were talking about. I think Rebel Yell 10-year is probably one of the most underrated bourbons.
I'm gonna get some.
That's out there. It is a great whiskey. I love this stuff. Very
this
good.
is my Old Forester is my upstairs. It's like my living room decanter bourbon. I fill that shit with this all the time. And
hell yeah, man.
Anyone that wants bourbon, it's usually filled with either Old Forester Signature or Wild Turkey 101.
Yeah, it's solid pours.
I mean, you can't go wrong with either one.
Oh yeah, no. you had the Rebel Yell 100. Christ, I grabbed the single barrel. That's not going to work.
No, that's what we had.
Yeah, fuck it.
You got the single barrel, right, Scott?
Yeah, is that what you have?
Yeah, that's what we have. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this shit is 100 proof. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah,
it's good stuff. It's very good whiskey.
Oh, that tastes like shit. Who the hell would that tastes like shit? Who would rake that stuff high?
Asshole.
Yeah, man. With that palate, you gotta have like that's a weak ass stuff right there. It is. Like, the one thing I've always gotten with the Rebel Yell 100 is like it's so vanilla-y. It's like ridiculous for me. It's so, but man, that is spicy. That's more spicy than you think.
So I'm excited that the Old Forester 100 got number one for you, Scott. I'm pumped about that.
I knew like right off the bat that I liked it. When I first tasted it, I mean, I thought it was already a very good bourbon. I guess what I'd really like to know more about is like what their ages are. Like if this is between 6 and 8 years in terms of blending, that is good. That is a really good bourbon, especially for the price.
Dude, that's
nailing it. I think it is, Scott, actually, between 6 and 8 years old.
So you guys all had, so who else had the 100, the Old Forester in their flight?
I think just Jason. I did not.
Where did
I've got it in the house. I can go grab it. I think, Jason, it is between 6 and 8 years old, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
Man, it's a really good. That was, I mean, for me, it really went easy. I mean, it was between the Old Forester and the Smoke Wagon. I mean, I could have flipped, A and B easy. So they were both spicy and fruity and really, really good. So, man, that's really good stuff.
I haven't had the Smoke Wagon. I need to get a bottle of the Smoke Wagon.
It's damn tasty.
Well, I think he just got like a whole bunch of new stuff, so I think he's like ready to roll with stuff with producing more of the small batch and the uncut, unfiltered stuff. So,
oh God, yes, please.
He might have some stuff available now. So, man, that is really good stuff.
Trev Wilson said the Old Fitz 100 has earned a permanent spot in the cabinet. Without a doubt, I keep that one. The 1792, that's another one that I keep in the cab.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, if you wanted to, like, I mean, make like a really good cocktail or something, or just sip on it neat, I mean, the OF 100, man, it has got a lot of flavor to it. It's rich and it's fruity and like the dark fruits and all of that. It's a really good pour. So,
damn, I can't believe I don't have a bottle. What the hell am I doing?
I don't know.
I'm the asshole here.
Cap, but who cares? It's good.
And I don't think it's more than $25. It might be $22, something like that.
Yeah, it's very inexpensive.
Yeah, it's not. It's damn good. So, but
yummy.
Well, there you have it. There's our. You all witness our expertise, and we all nailed it. We nailed these. So
nailed it.
It was fun. I mean, this is one of the things with doing blinds, and I would say, like, I mean, whether you're doing what we do or whatever it is, just do them at home, set them up yourself, mix them up, and test yourself. It's, if nothing else, you don't have to get the stuff right. There's never like right or wrong, any of that. It's just a matter of having fun and enjoying whatever it is that you're tasting, and it'll challenge you at times, and you'll start to. If nothing else, I think it does. It's nice that it'll set up your palate a little bit. It'll start to kind of, allow you to pull different things out of, particular brands and all of that. So, but
I think what you said there, Scott, was cool. It doesn't really matter if you get it right. What is right? What's right is what you like the best. And what's right is what you like the best. And
I've said that to everybody. Like, people will leave comments, like all of us who do reviews, people are like, oh, I don't like this, or that's bad, or young, or I don't get this. And that's fine. I mean, there is no right or wrong. Whatever you smell and whatever you taste, that's what it is. And this is all subjective in terms of what it is that we do. And, if you kind of match up with someone's palate or whatever, then fine. If not, then
Yeah, what a lot of people miss when they do blind tastings is how, and I say this all the time, it's you could know every whiskey when you're tasting it singular, just oh, that's definitely Jack Daniels. That's definitely Jim Beam something. And you could have those in a flight, but I'm telling you, when you have different whiskeys next to one another, they really do affect as you move along. So what you think you may have, or what you think is in your glass, could easily be affected by the glass previous to it.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it interesting in doing blind. So it's not always about, oh, I know exactly what this is. That could change. Like I said, when I went reverse, and I think for all of us, when we went back reverse, it changed everything, because the previous glass or the glass in front of it definitely affects unless you sit there and like have a sip of water.
Yeah.
And then hang out for like 10 minutes and then do the next one, you're going to have that discrepancy in flavors. So that's why it's always interesting.
Yeah, it is. And that's exactly the case, where you got some blending going on, and you still got something from, on your palate from the prior one. I mean, it can be all over the board, and we could probably do this again tomorrow, and we'd pick different things possibly, but there's so many factors. And again, this is all subjective. We try to give, whatever it is we're tasting and nosing and all that. And at the end of the day, we're just having fun with it. We enjoy whiskey, and that's what it's all about. So
nice.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, 500 pizzas. That's cool, man. Thank you. 500 pizzas left good comment.
Pizza.
Yeah. Pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these are fun to do. I'm glad these guys joined me tonight. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I mean, I could have done it by myself, but I mean, doing blind flights, or just in general, whatever it is, it's always fun and interesting to hear what other people are getting and how they rank something or whatever it may be. And that's, I don't know, again, it's part of the fun of what it is that we do. I mean, it's what we do is enjoy whiskey. I mean, at the end of the day, that's exactly what it is. Whether you're you're right or wrong. There is, again, no right or wrong. And, so anyway, all right, guys. Well, thanks for joining tonight, and everybody in the stream. If you participated and stuck around for the hour and a half, I appreciate it. We appreciate it. And so with that, cheers, guys. Next week.
Cheers.
So what
Cheers, everybody.
let me say real quick. So next week I'll have Mark and Sherry Carter on, and we're gonna go through a few of their newer releases, get a little bit more information on those, hear a little bit about their kind of backstory on kind of how they started the Old Carter brand and all of that. And then the following week I'll have this is kind of interesting, Drew Hanisch, who he's a bourbon guy, a whiskey guy, I'll say, but he just wrote a book not long ago. It's releasing on Sunday, and it's more about if you're going to visit like the Bourbon Trail, like things to do and how to go about doing things. So that'll be interesting. So that'll be in basically 2 weeks. So we'll be doing a giveaway. He's going to give away a signed copy of the book and an audible version of the book as well. So hopefully you guys will kind of come back for those things and have a good time. So anyway, I'll stop rambling on. And guys, thanks for joining tonight. Cheers, everybody in the chat. Cheers to you. And we'll see you next week. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, everybody.